SmartCert automates the exchange of required documentation for critical supply chains like medical, aerospace, electronics, and the food industry. Right now, the process for exchanging this documentation from business to business in a supply chain is manual and inefficient. They're often relying on physical paperwork, and there's a high risk of that paperwork being lost along the way. Missing paperwork means that companies have to spend hundreds of man-hours every year trying to track that down and avoid their parts being quarantined and ultimately scrapped. SmartCert comes in as a universal platform that finally allows companies all to communicate digitally on the same system. You can receive a SmartCert from your vendors with the documentation, process that internally, and pass that information along to your customers. My co-founder, Lyndon Lattie, spent 20 years in the aerospace industry, and he was a sales executive for manufacturers and distributors. He felt the pain himself in the fact that missing paperwork often held up orders he was processing for his customers. But he knew that this was a problem that every company felt along the supply chain, and he wanted to do something about it. It took us about a year. This started as a napkin, like many startup companies begin, and we partnered with a local technology company in Gilbert called TechFabric, who helped us bring our idea to life. So right now, there is no standard platform for this. We are first in our market, and people don't go to a search engine to look to solve this problem because it's been an accepted cost of doing business. A lot of our challenges have been in that awareness and education piece of making sure that people understand that a solution exists, and it's definitely on its way to being an industry standard. Lyndon's network was obviously helpful. Our beta customers that provided incredible feedback in our first year were many companies he had built relationships with over the years, and the beautiful part of our business model is just that if you are using SmartCert to send cert packages to your customers, they're creating a free account to receive and process them, and you probably want your vendors to also be sending documentation the same way. This really creates a really powerful network effect, and you can start to think about how the spider webs of this translates pervasively through the industry. We've dipped our toe in other supply chains like automotive and the food industry, but we really want to take this transfer platform into the future and think of it more as a collaboration platform. There's a lot of communication between companies when certs are incorrect or missing, and we want all of that communication to also be part of the collaboration tool we're providing companies. We closed our seed round of funding earlier this year, and our lead investor is local to Arizona and recommended that we reach out to Brandon and Diana. We knew that being a part of the Arizona technology movement was incredibly important to us, and we had the great opportunity to be able to be considered for the 2022 cohort. We're a few meetings in, and it already, I would say, has been pretty life-changing. You can reach out to family and friends when you have the highs and lows related to startup life, but there's nothing like people who are in it with you. So the communication that we have in our time together in the cohort has been instrumental in sharing ideas, lamenting on challenges and offering solutions. That's been amazing. It certainly feels like a tribe, and one that I know I can depend on, and I can't wait to help other companies along the way. I would first say, be proud. I love the momentum right now that Arizona represents for technology. It's not just about the East and West Coast anymore. There's a lot of us here, and we all really should band together and take advantage of the momentum that we've created. There are a lot of companies who want to celebrate your path and help with your progress, and I think the Startup AZ Collective is a great place to get started.